this. This is I did a video on this, the case that I bought for it. And this is like years. I've had this lens for a couple of years now. I use it a lot, especially lately. Bird watching. It's my main bird watching lens. My 70-200, if I had to choose, I would choose that one. But this is great because I can really zoom in. The other one's just faster. This is a slower lens. Anyway, protection. But one thing I noticed is that whenever I have it out there, and you swing it up to look, and it's a big surface area, and it's all this beigeish color. So I bought a cover for it, so that way it won't be as bright. Let me not put this right in front of the camera. This is the only space I have on my desk. Here we go. So there were different options for this, and frankly, I didn't know which one to get, so I just chose the cheapest one. I can always return it if I don't like it. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be good, but so I don't use the lens hood. Should I be using the lens hood? I always go back and forth on this a lot. People like professional photographers, oh, you got to use a lens hood. I've never used it. I don't know if that's the right. There's got to be a really, really, really good argument for it, and I just haven't seen one yet. So at first I looked at this and was like, the instructions are in Chinese, but it's Chinese and then it's in English underneath it. So this is just, I was thinking, well, is this, oh, this is a bag to put it all in, so when you take it off, this is nice in the fact that it's not like taped on or glued onto the lens. It's just, what do you call it? It's just like Velcro pieces that you put on the lens, and they're all falling off my lap. So they're numbered. That's nice. Lens mount dot sticker. It's probably explained in the instructions. So the instructions are numbered. So one, of course, is not numbered because that's the lens cover, the hood cover. I have the hood in the box. I still have the box because I keep the box because it's expensive and I want to keep the box. So let's put this on. This is some are a little bit more expensive. Some seem more like a what do you call it? Like a sticker, like they're stuck on, which is, I guess it's okay, but I mean, so I'm going to remove the shoe for a minute. So this goes down over this. Right? So the there we go. So there. So that was my one thing when I saw this. You can still move it. That's fine because I need to be able to do that. Most of the time in this lens, I shoot at 600 millimeters just because that's what the best option is. The sticker came off on me. That's fun. So this, oh, it has Velcro. It has like an elastic thing. I was like, this ain't gonna work. There you go. So it has an elastic piece right here. I'll put a link to what it is in the description. I bought this. This is not an ad. Because if it were an ad, I'd probably do a better video. And not just me messing around on my desk here trying to get it on. So this part actually covers the focal ring. Okay. So there is, where is the part where it has the numbers for my, oh, I put it on backwards, didn't I? Wait, do I have, my numbers are here. Yeah, I put it on backwards. If you're watching this far, thank you. Or, hi Mom. If it does what I hope it does and like makes this lens the color dull, so that way I can't, the birds are a little less spooked by it. Because yesterday when I'm shooting this, I heard the cardinal out there, so I walked outside and I could not see him, so I just stood still and waited. And I had the lens down because I was holding, because it's heavy. And the cardinal popped up maybe about 2 or 3 meters, maybe about 10 feet in front of me. And I could not raise the lens. I knew if I raised the big white lens, it would instantly it still got spooked. But I mean, I just stood there and watched it because I was like, well, I might as well enjoy looking at this bird if nobody else can. Did I tell you that the catty corner neighbor, because my balcony you can kind of see in their yard from my balcony and my backyard. The lady thought I was taking pictures of her yard. I was like, well, can I ask you why you're taking pictures of my backyard? I was like, I'm taking a picture of the bird. It was early in the morning, and I didn't have the wherewithal to like tell her off, because I was just kind of like focused on the bird. Anyway, I'm glad I didn't say anything. I just told her the bird, and then the bird flew off, and I think she saw the bird, so she couldn't say I was lying, although she probably felt that way. Okay, so this has a little indent here, and this indent, so you can see the numbers. Okay, so that's 2, that's 3, because this is the third piece, because I didn't put on 1. This is nicer because it has Velcro and it has the little holes for your program buttons. I don't use the program buttons. I set it up one time and I never used it. So this is the easiest one because you just line it up. You line it up for the buttons, and see how it's numbered, has a 4 on it. So they make it really easy to do. I like this because I always go back and forth. I'm real wishy-washy about whether or not I'm going to do this or not. It kind of looks weird, but if it does what I hope it does and covers the, makes this less conspicuous, that's fine. So 5. I don't know why they aren't all just Velcro like this. So that goes over to this. So this is your focal. This is the most important one, the focal. You got to be able to okay, it moves well. This is it'll always move because it's focused by wire. it doesn't actually have like a, like this has a lock where it only goes from 200 to 600. This is your focal, and your focal will always move because it's by wire, so it's not, doesn't have like a set space to go. So 6. Okay. So 6 starts here and then wraps around, or it's supposed to. Or maybe it starts here. Okay. So you see the number 6. And if you use, I don't ever use a strap almost ever, because I just do it on, I just hold the camera, because 99% of the time I'm just shooting in my house, so I don't need to like carry it around. I'm not trekking it upstairs or something, or trekking it up hiking or whatever. So I think that's right. So if you want to, or did I put it on backwards? Did I put it on upside down? Maybe I put it on upside down. Maybe I did have it right the first time. Yeah, I think I did have it right the first time. There you go. That's why it sat funny. Okay. So there's enough space for this. There's enough space for these. So if you do use the strap on the lens, and then you have your adjustment here. So if you want to change the orientation. So this is the last piece. It wasn't cheap. This thing was $100. $100 for this. But if it does, it keeps the birds, it does not distract the birds, I should say. I think it should be okay. This is the third most important thing, because this has your focus. I'm always going back and forth between autofocus and manual focus, but truth be told, the vast majority of the time, I keep it in manual, because this lens works a lot better in manual focus. Slide it down a little bit. So then you have your little spot here, so you can switch between your modes. I keep it in mode 3 and steady optical on. I keep it at full, and then I keep it in manual focus typically. So then you have this little thing, so you can strap clear, so you can see it, and then close it up. That's nice. So let's put this back on. Tighten it back up. So there. This is nice because I can just take it off when I don't want it. It's great. Okay. $100. I think as long as my functionality is there, I can still focus. I can get into 600, back down to 200 if I need it, and then have my settings here for my lens. Okay. I think it's good enough, and it's a good trial for what I want, because like I said, the other ones are kind of like stickers, and then you're stuck with it unless you want to take the stickers off and leave a goo all over your lens. I don't want to do that. I think this is good. I think this is good enough to dull the color so it won't be as visible. So I can sit there and I can raise, because a lot of times I'll sit there in like this position with the camera and I'll wait for the birds, and then when I see the bird, I'll literally just lean back, or if the chair I sit in typically doesn't lean like this. This is an office chair, right? So I can just raise it up easily, and it's not as conspicuous. Birds are usually edge detection, so they'll see, if they see a movement, regardless of what it is, they're out, right? They're trying. Usually it's a cat, right? So this can now, I can do that. I think that'll work. So I'll put the name and everything. You got it from Amazon. It was $98. I need $98 on Amazon. I think this is going to do what I hope it does.